So this is the Cherry Festival in Fundão, Portugal. These are some cherry trees. See the cherries up there in the trees? So the festival's up there, so we're gonna go walk up there a little bit. That's quite a view over there. Real pretty. And look at that, somebody owns that house right there with all of these pretty palm trees. And here I am at the Festa de Cereja Algum Costa, which is the cereja of Fundão. They are delicious, delicious cherries. Let's go see what the cherry festival looks like. People carrying their cherries. You know, it's just me and Joe, so we don't have kids and a whole bunch of family members to share the cherries with, but we'll get our fair share. So this is what gets you the cherry business. What kind of property owning the cherry business gets you. Huh? Look at this. Huh? Knock, knock, I'm home. Huh? Look at that. You come over this way. Beautiful. Yes, I'm being a little nosy. Very nice. Yeah. And they also have their own cherry trees. Yes, cherries grow like this in Portugal. I got my first cherry. It fell off the tree. What else grows in Portugal besides cherries? Roses. Pink. Pretty roses. Light pink roses. Look at that. I was just about to get to that. And lemons. That's a good sized lemon tree. Lemons. Okay, let's continue on up to the festival. I gotta go slow. My leg is still a little bummed, but it's getting there. So basically, this board is telling you what cherries are good for. At least from this side it does. So they're good for your intestinal health. I'm reading it in Portuguese, so bear with me. They are good for the health of your eyes. It says that the cherry helps maintain your eye health with beta-carotenes, luteins, and carotenoids. Okay, so a bunch of other things they're good for. It diminishes your risk of cancer. It helps you evade diabetes. It is good for the treatment of arthritis and gout, heart issues. It helps you sleep regularly. It even gives you a better sense of humor. How does it do that? Let's see. Tryptophan. The cherries have tryptophan and serotonin properties and neurotransmitters that help regulate your mood and anxiety and stress. Well, who knew that? I did not. Protect you. Cardiovascular, already said that. Well, let's see what else this stuff. It just says the region that we're in is a very important part of the country where they produce more than 50% of the nation's cherries and other areas. So I don't know what all this other stuff is in but they grow other things here, so I think that's the gist of it. Okay, let's get on with the cherry festival. And this is our first group of cherries. Of course, we have to go check them out. This might be the ones we get them at because it's on the way out. So the cherry is called the Fundão cherry, but the town that we're having the festival in is Algum Costa. So here's some more cherries, the dark ones, some lighter ones. You have to imagine that people have been doing this for years and years and years. So they've got this barn. You're going on YouTube. Watch Walk Me to Portugal. Making chicken. They've been doing this for years and years and years and years. Look at that view. Some pork, And some beautiful chicken. Look at that, huh? Nice. Some wine. And their pastry. And that's the room over there. So these are some very steep mountain stairs here in this village, which I will totally avoid at all costs. But there in the background is the eating area that I was just filming a minute ago, showing that's community right there. Lots of people enjoying their lunch. And then this lady, she just lives here on a regular. She's in there chilling out, enjoying her yard. So we'll keep her privacy a little, but that is a beautiful yard.
House?
Yeah. And here we have some piggy on the grill. And you might notice people walking with beer in hand because it is not illegal to drink on the streets of Portugal. And you rarely ever see anybody that's, you know, drunk. I think in all the years I've been here, I think I might have saw one guy a little over the top, but that was about it.
Oh, this person's got some shitting back there.
We got some specialty cheeses and some honeys and sausages. So we come around the corner here and we've got cherries hanging in the street. All these pretty red balloons. Some more cherries. I like darker purpler ones. Those are a little pinkish. We will find our cherries. Some homemade things.
Cherries everywhere.
Yep. These are bio. These ones are organic. Oh, candied apple. Yeah, candied apples. Yum. Some more cherries. There's the Fundão cherries over there. They say Fundão on the box. Oh, look at this. Huh? Cherries, cherries, cherries everywhere. You can sample the cherries before you buy the cherries. So we're going to go in here. This is the chocolate con cereja, so just a cherry chocolate. Let's see what's up. Is this ginger or just chocolate? Ooh, look at that. There's some chocolates. I think we'll have to try that for €1. Boa tarde.
Você tem cereja com chocolate? Aí essa
Aqui.
e vi ali no coisa das chocolate.
Tem chocolate branco.
Só o único que não tem cereja é o chocolate negro.
Ah, ok.
Este aqui tem o da risquinha vermelha, é chocolate negro com cereja no licor. Aqui o chocolate negro com ganache de doce de cereja.
Sim.
Depois temos aqui um chocolate negro com uma ganache de doce de ginger.
Ok.
E temos um chocolate de leite com uma ganache também de doce de cereja.
Então
Oh boy.
Que é o único.
They all sound good. So he's saying some of them have chocolate liquors, some don't. So we're going to decide which one to pick. So I settled on the chocolate with liquor. That's this one here with the red peeking out. And the other one with no liquor. So let's see how it is. Can you film me trying mine?
Let me just do mine real quick here. I just had these chocolate liqueur cherries. They were fabulous. Oh my god, really good. Alright, so let me do yours.
Just want to try it. So this one is the one with the chocolate liquor.
Okay. It's good, huh?
It's crunchy. It's really good. The liquor is not like overwhelming. Really good. Come on. You don't want to eat the stem. And the other one I'm going to eat slowly. But it is really good. Don't me.
Okay.
This one I'm going to eat really slowly, but it's really good. So now I've got sticky chocolate here. Stone. How cool is that? It's like, you know, and you can rinse off.
Can you drink out of there?
On a nice hot day. that a little bit European of me or what? Here, we're gonna step down. Pull off my neck. Fantastic.
Oh, you can drink out of there.
Of course you can.
It's filming. Why don't you? I'm gonna drink that water.
Thirsty, right?
So you can drink out of there. The water is fresh.
Yeah.
You're gonna fill it up. I'm actually gonna try to drink that.
Just film the atmosphere a little bit back this way. So what a quaint little town. Thank God my leg is much better. This is my first vlogging since coming back from my injury. And I figures I would choose to vlog one that I got to go uphill, right? But I feel pretty proud of myself that I can, so nice. The problem is just deciding where to buy the cherries, which person you want to buy your cherries from. They're everywhere. There's some more. These are the Fundão cherries. These are the Fundão. Cereja de Fundão.
Todas 10. Se quiser, pode experimentar daqui mesmo.
Não provei daqui uma, tá bom. My favorite's that Fundão. They're all good, but I like the dark ones. Dejoros. We gotta start asking price, Joe. On a daily basis, all this wouldn't be here in the streets, but this guy would be here selling his homemade sausages and cheeses, which I bet are fantastic. See that? I tripped. I gotta be careful. I can't help it. I get squirreled and I want to go look at these things, but I do have to be careful. There's another water fountain, and I'm gonna just kind of walk in here and show. This would have been back in the older days. It still looks pretty old up here, but this is the very same fountain that I'm looking at right now. And these ladies would come here and get their water, and they would get it right out of there. Wow, it's amazing when you think about that was probably a long time ago, and yet that water's still flowing. And look it's so clean. It's crystal clear. Other than the random dog hairs in there. Well, look at there. There's a cherry put right into what they call calçadas, which are the little tile stones in the streets. That is definitely dedication when you know your town is that committed to cherries.
People eating in there, in the garage.
Oh, they've got cherry decorations over here. I gotta go look. Oh, how beautiful. Cherry andorinhas. Cherry mugs. Cherries. So right here, I'm gonna guess we've got 3 generations of accordion players. It's just an estimated guess, but I think it's a good guess.
Yeah.
They usually walk around the town and play music and let people know there's fun going on down the street. So come on out, get out of your house, come have fun.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, okay, so we went through that festival and saw so many cool things and really beautiful cherries, and now we're gonna just go around this block and go back and get the cherries that we picked out, which we're gonna go to the little store called Art of Sweets, which is Art de Dos, something like that, and get some cherries over there. And it's hard to decide. We're like, should we buy one box of cherries? But we'll probably kill that in a day or two. So we decided we're gonna get 2, and we're gonna pit them and freeze them. Sounds good. Boa tarde.
Olá, boa tarde.
Ai, salsicha.
Entrem.
Ah, salsicha. Estive a pensar que era de legumes. Aqui faz tudo. Ok. Ah, ok, ok. Ah, salsicha, José. Ok. I'm not really much for eating too much sausage.
Se quiserem provar, faz favor.
Obrigada. Eu estava a pensar que era de legumes.
Não, não, não. O único legume que tem aqui é este.
Ah, ok.
Tem cereja, tem cereja.
Oh, obrigada.
Oh, Simone, tu estás onde?
E eu numa viagem para o Brasil,
A ver, se uma caixa é 10 euros por uma caixa, 3 caixas são 40. Coisas. Ou uma caixa, 10. 3 caixas são 40.
Why is it more if you buy more? It should be 30.
Okay, so here's another angle. I definitely got to look at these stones while I'm walking, or else I'll fall down, go boom. But this is a church in town, so I'm gonna just kind of pop up in here and see how beautiful it probably is. It's probably very old, I can't even tell you, but look at the doors. Okay. Every town has a church. So old. These stone floors. That's where you go make your confession. The priest will sit right there, and you go in there. Make your confession. No security measures here, so you're on your own. You know, you have to have common sense. But imagine you got little kids and they come running out of church. Yay, wee! And down they go. I mean, look at these steps. No, no, no. There should be a fence there, but there's not. It's up to everybody to use common sense and hold on to your kids. They're really having fun down there. Oh, I'm not going down those stairs. Hey, okay. Obrigada. Toma. Here, come.
Chin-chin.
I know.
Let's do it. Eu já está com 80. Eu já está com 80 anos e ele ainda está a cantar com 80 anos. Quiser um bocadinho de açúcar em pó, para pôr por cima.
Em cima da cereja?
É, olha, fica o efeito aqui por
Açúcar
baixo.
de pó, sim.
É,
Sim,
fica, o efeito aqui por baixo.
Deixa eu ver. Eu tenho um YouTube.
É? Força. Fique logo pela câmera.
Okay, walk me to Portugal.
Welcome to Portugal.
Gostas? É bom?
Muito bem.
Mas se quiser, também temos caixinhas, se quiser depois levar para casa.
Eu gosto, mas não posso comer
Obrigada.
coisa do açúcar.
Queria provar.
Mas olha, este pastel tem muito pouco açúcar.
Queria provar.
Muito pouco açúcar. É feito
É como
basicamente-
pastéis de nata, mas sem nata,
É
com
feito
cereja.
basicamente só com a polpa da fruta.
Não é muito doce, não.
Só com a polpa da fruta.
Obrigada.
Obrigado a nós, haja saúde. Bom.
Boa continuação cantiga.
Obrigado.
Obrigada. So we decided to come back in here to Art of Sweets, and we're getting our cherries here. We think these are really nice, and they're being kept in the cool shade, so they'll be nice. Because they're not out in the sun. They do better. So, coming in here.
Quer alguma coisa?
Obrigada.
Quantas caixas? Só quero duas. Até quero pretas ou assim?
Pretas.
Pretas, não é?
Sim.
É aquelas grandes.
Veja lá se pode ser assim.
Lindas.
Não, peraí, aqui não conto. Ah, cabe perfeitamente.
Sim, uma bolsa forte. These are the cherries we ended up with. We got two beautiful cases of the dark Fundão cherries. Well, we're gonna eat those up. Yum yum. Okay. Okay, so depending on how the day goes, sometimes we get a twofer and we stop somewhere else. So, as it would happen today, we're getting a twofer. So we are now in a town called Covilhã. Covilhã. Because, you know, my Portuguese isn't perfect and I still say things a little messy. And there, that is another church. And we probably should go take a nosedive in there and just, you know, see. And then there is another festival going on here. I don't know what kind of a festival. Maybe cherries? I don't think so. Just kidding. It's not cherries. Don't know yet. But let's go see the church first. Shh. Gotta be quiet. Let me just take a peek. Oh wow, look at these doors. I think they're singing. Shh. Wow, this is a very old church. Well, they're trying to have mass, obviously, so I am not going to stay in there. But it is a very, very old and beautiful doors. Okay, let's go check out that festival. So yeah, I just didn't think that we were gonna hang around inside of there while, you know, people are having mass and singing and stuff. So I'm gonna just go and check out this little festival. But that church is really pretty. I have no idea how old. All right. It's early. They don't have the beer tent stuff going yet. Later on. Let's go see.
Looks like they do sogs out there. They don't do
Sogs is one of the
that would be nice.
beers that they sell here in Portugal. There are two most popular beers, the Sogs beer and the Superbock beer. To me, Sogs is more like Budweiser in the US, and a Superbock is more like a Miller or a Corona or something like that. A little different profile. Okay, so they're definitely getting set up for something later on. And then you've got this nice, it's actually a hotel, the Covilhã. Covilhã. Still practicing that word, Covilhã. Beautiful cafe to sit out at. Maybe we will. Oh, there's a little show going on. Okay. Look at that. Pretty fountain.
Yeah, they have self-sustaining energy. Everyone grows their own food almost. There's water everywhere because you got all these mountains. You have mountain water. Wow.
Yeah, as you might be hearing Joe saying in the background, that Portugal's pretty self-sustaining, and they have lots of windmills throughout the whole country. They have solar panels. The electric grid did go down in Europe, but it was something to do with Spain, and if they had to, they could still be self-sufficient. Food-wise, agriculturally-wise, and always something going on for the community, too. It says that it's feira das troças, which means of the moths. So obviously we're not going to sell things that have been eaten to death by moths, but if they continue to hang around in the closet, then they might. So, jewelry. What's that?
São todos produtos sicilianos e têm todos desconto. Os preços que estão lá não são os preços que estou a vender realmente.
Ok, obrigada. There's always something going on for the families. So walking away from that little festival a little bit, there is a little cafe with a tiny playground here. It's just got a seesaw and a bouncy horse. But this is nice, you know, just people just hanging out. And look at that view, you know? Just normal life. So what we settled on was a couple of refreshing waters, flavored water with carbonation, fizzy bubbles, yummy, at this little stand here with the pretty view. Some kids back there playing. Very nice.